Hello and welcome back to the On the Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night, lads. Why do we do this on a Friday night? It's been a while since we've done it. Let's do it one more time. Why do we do it on a Friday night?
Friday night is horror night.
Absolutely, it is. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been
Been a
guest
while.
after guest, but it's time to get the boys back together. Dynamo, welcome back.
Boys are back in town. Thank you, brother. Good to be back. This was a nice little impromptu show
Yeah.
from
Absolutely.
from my from the doldrums of my rusted
Brain.
fucking horror brain.
Digging deep into the encyclopedia of horror here.
The fucking lootly. Listen,
Tombstone.
kids, this is what lots of spare time does.
Tombstone, welcome back.
That's the crack. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had a group of us on at all. And we probably should do it more often because we talk an awful lot of shite in the group chat about horror. Do you know what I mean? Like not shite, but we're constantly talking about it, and we're just not like we all say it ourselves. We're like we should be doing this on a podcast because we're just talking all the time.
This is
horror,
actually
horror, and we just never record it. It's just us texting each other. Like,
yeah.
Jeff
Shout
Goldblum
out
said it
to
right. Life
shout
gets
out
in the way.
to shout out to King Wall as well. He couldn't make it tonight, but
yeah, it could. Yeah,
this is one that actually, when I think back to the very beginning, it's kind of something that we've danced around for a long time, Greg. Actually,
I'm pretty sure there is a back episode, but I'm pretty sure everyone's list, the top four were all the same.
yeah. So you kind of come up with
yeah,
the concept today that we were going to eliminate three. Well, we all did between the three of
Yeah.
us. And it was actually funny because we all said we'll pick three that we would
Yep.
eliminate, and funnily enough, we all picked the same three. So
And all
yeah,
all three texts came in at the same time.
yeah.
it was
So
So the three movies that we're gonna take out tonight, right? Before we get in and mention it is you're not gonna hear Nightmare on Elm Street because obviously that would be my number one.
yeah,
There's no option to that. You're not gonna hear Friday the 13th. And you're not going to hear the greatest remake of any genre ever sitting over Ted's shoulder there in the thing.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I will say controversially, even though I did put it in as one of the big three, not to mention, I don't know if Friday the 13th would have made it into my list. I think the character is great, but the film, I'm a bit
I think the
on.
first one definitely
First one's
gets in.
good. It is good,
Yeah.
but
First one definitely gets in for me, but if you haven't worked it out yet, the common thing between the three movies we've mentioned is they came out in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So this is a top 10 list from each of us of 1980s films, horror films that don't include those three movies.
yeah,
Exactly.
I still
Now,
feel there's going to be a lot of crossover here.
And
I want
I assume, lads, as well, we didn't do it in any particular order because the card is always subject to change, right?
Yeah, I
the
kind of have
card changes all the
I,
time.
I have a general sort of order. But yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing like I don't really have anything set in stone.
Now,
cool.
I want to put it out to you, lads, right? So obviously I said Nightmare on Elm Street, the 1984 classic. Am I taking out the whole franchise with that?
No, no.
I did. I took out the
You
whole
did?
franchise
Okay,
because I
I'll change it then. So I'll throw it in as an honorable mention because it was number three before we start. Would have been
no,
in
well,
my list.
I think you're fine to have it in. I took
Oh
it
yeah,
out because I was like, I said in the chat as well, I said we're going to have a lot of crossover here because
Yeah.
the 80s, there's a lot of good in the 80s, but there's a lot of bad in the 80s as well. So I was like, we're going to have some crossover. So I
but
tried to,
even when it's bad, it's good. Oh, that's the great thing
Oh,
about
it's
it.
yeah,
great, isn't it?
yeah, but I
It's that
tried to
Gratuitous
eliminate.
nudity and violence for everyone.
Yeah. No, I
everywhere.
tried to knock, like I put my own limitation on of not putting any of them in because I was like, the boys will pick those ones up, so I'll try
Yeah.
and stay away from them.
Well, who wants to go first? Maybe G-Man should go first, being
I,
seeing
I'll
as
go.
the host.
I'll go first. So just to make you aware, then I have just changed out Nightmare on Elm Street 3, right? So you
Yeah,
won't hear that in the list,
Okay.
just for the sake of it. I didn't know I had a different one there for it anyway. So I'll go first. The first one I'm going with is arguably one of the best remakes in any genre ever, as well. In The Fly,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Jeff Goldblum, straight in, no lube,
Good
good
shout.
old body horror. It's one of the only real body horrors that I'll consistently watch over and over. Um,
Cronenberg, is it? Cronenberg?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Mate.
mean, the pain on his face during the transformation, the character arcs in this was just off the charts.
One of Goldblum's finest. I mean, he's got a lot of gems, but it's one of his finest kind of. Like he
It, mi-
really,
it
he,
might be his best for me.
yeah, he's the star of the show. I mean, Gina
Yeah,
Davis is fantastic in it too, but I mean, it's just you kind of really get you really get to know the character, the man, and he's a good dude, but he's
Yeah,
just obsessed with his work. You know what I mean? And it does. I don't know. It's actually a really really good show. Funny enough, I don't have it on my list, so there's no crossover. But I knew this would happen. This is kind of the fun of it too. You know, you
it's
go.
tough.
It is. It is.
yeah.
Ted,
Um,
what about you?
I what would I do this? I think I'm gonna stick with. I think it's Kronberg as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Videodrome. As
Oh,
we said, we're
nice,
not doing these in any sort of
nice.
order. I've always loved Videodrome. It's a bit of a weird one because
Yeah.
it's not like there's nothing overly standy, like it doesn't stand out. There's nothing like insanely good about it, but the concept of it was very good. And I would say that if it was made today, the ending isn't the ending. That, like, you don't have him kill himself
Probably not. No, it'll
because
probably be too offensive or something now.
see, I don't even think it'd be offensive. I think on the telly, she's like, she's saying to him like, oh, you've only got so far. You need to take the next step. Like, you only killed like the first level boss. There's loads more. Like, this is bigger than him. It does not end there. Like, that gets made today. He doesn't kill himself. It ends with the TV exploding and looking like he's going to kill himself, and then you'll get a second film. There's no way that you don't
He
franchise that.
Well,
he hasn't reached the final boss level yet.
Yeah, like if
if
that's
it's
made
made today,
today.
it's shit. So let's appreciate what it was.
No, but what I mean, like, you just it's not a one and done if it's made today.
No,
They are definitely
no.
Oh yeah, I
franchising
get you.
this. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
That's
Nearly
not
nearly every horror film that comes out now is with a potential to be.
a
Yeah, but
follow-up.
this
Yeah,
one left itself open to do it and then closed the door in its own film. Like,
yeah.
it did close the door, but
That's a good shout there, Ted. That was actually one of my honorable mentions.
That
yeah,
was that's one that's actually in my list, so I'm gonna cross that out. So I'll cross that out now.
so
And
I kind of went with that one because I was like, oh, it might not make it into everyone's list because I was like,
I had a
oh,
feeling it'd make Ian's list all right.
I
yeah,
thought it might make Ian's, but I was like, oh, he might stay away from it just because he knows I like it as well. I was like, oh, I better not put it in case Ian doesn't. Like, I
It
bet
doesn't make
put it,
anyone's
then
list.
no one puts it in. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
yeah.
Right
No,
then, if that's taking one of your list out, then you're down to 9 as well. So you hit the first one here then.
right. So I am gonna go. Yeah, like I said, no particular order. I don't want to. I don't want to blow my load and give all the favorites away straight away. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a good old pro wrestling card. You got to have a strong start, good middle, and a good end. So now, one that was on my honorable mentions that is now going straight in is actually, in my opinion, a really, really underrated film, and not a lot of people fucking know about it unless you're horror fanatics like ourselves. 1987, I believe, Psycho 2,
Oh,
which
what a
is
movie!
a
Yeah.
fantastic movie. In fact, Psycho 3 and all was great as well. The follow-ups are great, but Psycho 2 is actually a really, really good film. You get to know a lot more about the character. Norman himself, obviously, he comes
Yeah.
out of prison without giving anything away, and he's
I mean,
It's from the 80s.
it's 30 years
Yeah,
old nearly.
30, it's 40, mate.
hey, well, it could be new to somebody now that's just heard
Ted,
it. So
shush.
Yeah,
We're not
like
that
that's
old,
actually
lad.
this
oh,
is the
fucking
Well,
I am.
Ian might be. I'm not.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So
yeah, but
so
I mean,
Psycho 2. That's my
that's a great it's a
Well,
great show. They get slept on the sequels, don't they? Like
does.
everyone talks about Psycho and then just kind of they're like,
do you
that's
know
it.
what?
It's a one and
Even
done.
He's a
You never hear.
fantastic actor as well, man. He's
Yeah,
one of those actors that's like really appreciated in like the Actors Guild. Do you know what I mean? Like he's
Perkins.
an he's an actor's actor, and he had a hand in production and directing of that and Psycho 3 as well. So
Well,
there you go.
he should have given his son a hand because his son can't direct to save his fucking life.
Well, there you go. Listen, you know,
Long legs, the monkey, hasn't done it for me yet.
I liked Long Legs. I know you didn't, but I liked Long Legs. I thought it was
Sorry,
good.
sorry. The monkey was okay. It was a bit of fun to watch, but that was about it.
yeah. So it's
Yeah,
back to you, Brendan.
just on that one, Ian. The record appearance guest holder will be very happy with you with that one. Daniel John Carney. That's one of his favorite movies.
Ah,
He also came on the show one day and he had like a Psycho 2 top on. It was
deadly.
awesome.
I
You
got
don't
you,
see,
Daniel. I got you.
you don't see many of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, Teddy, you go ahead here.
Right, I'll try and keep it so that we're not going with anything like any of the big ones. We'll kind of try to keep them till the end, I suppose. I think this one's going to be on your list, Greg. So I think I'll be knocking one off your list, but I'm going to go with Mutilator.
Fuck you.
You knew that was definitely going to be on this
I
list.
felt it would be on Greg's, but yeah,
Well,
slashers are.
I do have a Mutilator tattoo, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
not well. You've
you're
a
quite
lot
the
of
fanboy.
tattoos,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, slashers are kind of my main genre of horror. Like it's that, and then
Both
like
of you are pretty
psychological.
similar, though, aren't you? In that sense, yeah.
yeah, love an L slasher. I'm a creature
Yeah,
feature outright.
I think
but
he prefers
Mm.
creature features. I'm more slasher, and then I like psychological thrillers, which kind of fall into the horror genre. I like stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's
I'm a
kind
bit
of
of
a
a
who
nut
done it.
job, actually. I don't know where I stand. I'm probably a bit of a. I'm
bit
probably
of
just a
every,
blend of it all, really.
bit of everywhere you are. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good. You're an
I think
expert,
Mutilator.
right?
I think
Sorry.
Mutilator is a great shout though.
Very very underrated
Yeah,
movie.
I think it says a lot when the film shows you who the killer is 5 minutes in, and it's still exciting to watch. And there's some
Yes.
really good practical effects in it.
yeah. Well, it's one of the few slashers that does it. Do you know what I mean? Like, not many slashers are like, right, this is who's doing it from
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, it's a who done it. Like obviously, you have the few like Halloween and stuff where you know who it is, but it's rare, especially in that type setting. Like Halloween, you kind of know because of the box that it came out in, like the posters. Whereas in Mutilator, it could have been anyone because
Yeah.
again, they just have a very broad poster of a load of people,
Yeah.
and then the hook.
Yeah, fucking great. I have that gaffer hook on my arm.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Buddy Cooper, former guest on the show, and Ruth Martinez, who were the star and the director of said Mutilator film.
and then
Great
everyone, the
as well.
camera crew, the boom mic operator,
That
and
were
all
all
that of
part of
Mutilator
Mutilator
too.
2.
They've all been on as well.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody down to the sandwich maker.
Down to lunch lady Doris.
Right. Well, seeing as you took out one of mine, I'll throw in another one of my honorable mentions. Then, I actually, you know what? I won't because I have a feeling it might hit Ian's show or hit one of Ian's lists. So, I'll give you another one of mine then. So I went with James Cameron's sequel to Alien. Here, I went with Aliens.
Yeah.
Show.
Slightly more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah, sci-fi action
some people
more.
prefer it. I know.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
I know prefer
It's
it.
a flip flop. It's like Terminator and Terminator 2. It's a discussion we've had on many occasions.
Absolutely.
Um,
Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2. Some people hate 2. I personally, it's my favorite because I grew up with
bit
it. You
more
know what I mean?
fun, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
but yeah, Aliens is a beast.
Oh,
You really
monster.
see the evolution of Ripley in this one. The alien itself looks phenomenal
Yeah.
as usual, and I suppose that's the same in absolutely every Alien. At least they didn't CGI the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I think they had to do what they did and move more into the action sci-fi area because you can't do
You
can't
couldn't
do the same thing again. Like, oh, we went up into space again, even though we know they exist, and oh my god, here's something we've never seen before. Like, you have seen it, you know. It's not you can't do it that way. You had to move on a bit from it.
obviously it
So
was a lot slower as well. The first one,
Yes.
yeah,
yeah. Well, the first one's more of a like it's kind of like a stalking thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a predator stalking them.
yeah, it was phenomenal. And I thought they evolved the franchise really well. Now I think they go off the edge of a cliff after this.
Yeah. It's
But
hard to maintain that.
I mean, the new TV show on Disney is phenomenal.
I haven't checked that out yet, but it is on the list. I've
Me
heard
neither,
very
it's
good
on the
things.
list.
I've heard very good things about it, though.
I'm 3 episodes in, lads, and it's just fucking.
Yeah, well,
It's
the
off the
latest
charts.
the latest film was brilliant as well. Like I have to
Oh,
give them that.
Romulus brought it right back.
Really,
That's right up
really
there with
good.
the
Yeah.
two of them as the best three in the franchise. Okay, well that was mine. That's Alien. So that's 3 of mine gone.
Okay, I'm next. So,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to keep it fun here. Actually, I went with which it is a horror movie, but it's wouldn't say a PG movie, probably somewhere in the middle. In this day and age, it would probably be 12s, maybe, PG-13, whatever. I went with Gremlins.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's
Sorry,
another one gone.
sorry, boys, because I mean it was one of those where I was like, I've and Greg can probably guess. I've another one in the wings that's in that realm. But I mean, look, we grew up with Gremlins. I know I'm that
That's
bit older than
phenomenal.
you, but I think everyone from
Oh
you
yeah,
know
it was the big movie
the
at
80s
6 p.m. Like,
the 80s to the
On
90s.
Christmas of all days.
Exactly, man. Well, it's got Christmas vibes, so you got to give it its
no, well,
due.
it definitely is a Christmas film.
Oh,
Like,
it
there's
is.
no doubt that it's a Christmas
It
film.
is.
But
It's more a Christmas film than The Wizard of Oz or Willy Wonka.
yeah,
So
it's
they're considered Christmas films.
the
They don't
only
even have
thing.
three.
The only thing about it is that, like, obviously,
That
as we
scene.
said, if you're not from, if you're not from Ireland, you probably don't know. But the big movie. So basically, there was two films on a Sunday. There was the big movie at 6 p.m., which was the kids film, and then there was usually one at 9, I think it was, wasn't it?
8 on Christmas Eve.
Saturdays was the big movie. Sorry.
Yeah, Saturday's big
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, so you had that, and then you had the kind of the adult one, which, like, that could have been anything, but it was always kind of a kids one at 6. And coming up to Christmas, you always got kind of the same ones over. And, like, the thing is, we all loved it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that at some point in Christmas, Mighty Ducks was going to be on,
Yeah.
and I'd watch it every year.
Back to the
Gremlins was
Future is another one as well.
Back to
yeah.
the Future,
yeah.
Gremlins, and Gremlins was one, and it was usually Christmas Day they did Gremlins. But unless you had bought the VHS of Gremlins, no one knew of that scene for
Yeah.
years.
We
Like,
talked
like
Yeah,
when
about
I
in
it.
Ireland
watched
it
it,
was
I was
gone
like,
for a long time, yeah.
I was like, I don't remember this ever being said. I watched this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
I was like, when the hell was this bit said?
Yeah.
Um,
RTE cut out the scene when she's talking about her dad being in the
Yeah, and I am glad that they did. Like, normally I hate things being taken out of a film at all,
yeah.
but I do think it was the right move to make for that film, because it is a very kids friendly film. Other than that bit, and you
Yeah,
can't
absolutely.
leave that in. You can't,
And
leave it
especially
in.
the day that's in it when they show it.
Yeah, you couldn't leave it in. So it was a fine edit to make.
Yeah.
But as a film, yeah, like, it's one of those kids horrors, but everyone loves it.
Joe Dante as well, wouldn't it?
Yes, one of the goats. Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk about the use of practical effects as well.
Yeah, in my opinion, one of the top 4 horror directors without a doubt.
Ever?
No, in that genre, like.
Oh, I was going to say that that's a bold statement.
No, in that kind of era, should I say?
Oh yeah.
That's
Probably.
He's up there, definitely.
What have you got? You've got Carpenter. You'd have Romero,
Cronenberg, Barker.
Craven.
Barker, yeah.
You probably have Tobe Hooper.
Tobe Hooper's definitely there. Barker is definitely there. I mean, not everyone's into his movies.
I'm not mad. I'm not sold on Barker.
No, but he's one of those that, like,
he has the
name,
he's iconic,
though.
Yeah.
He has that
that's
name.
exactly it. But I mean, if you think, sorry, just a quick one, right? Joe Dante, you look in the 80s, so.
Am I right in saying Chris
Hollywood.
Columbus had something to do with that as well? Did he?
He did. But I have his things here. Piranha, great movie. Rock and Roll High School, real fun.
Did he make the first Piranha?
He did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Cameron done the second one, didn't he?
Yeah, he done The Howl and then 81. Then you had The Twilight Zone, Gremlins, Explorers, Inner Space.
Yeah.
Amazon Women of the Moon, which is mad, but it's fun.
That's just it. I'm pretty sure he must have just been smoking weed for like 14 years to write that film.
And crack. Then The Burbs, obviously 89. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Matinee, Second Civil War, kind of went out of the horror genre then. Yeah, but so I mean, for the late 70s, 80s, he's kind of made the iconic movies.
Yeah, he smashed them out anyway. He was firing them out.
So that was me anyway, Gremlins. So
me
next. I'm 2 for 2 on taking something off somebody's list. So let's
you would know, you little bollocks.
I've lost 2 already in this run.
I've only been 1 taken out so far, to be fair. So
right, well, let's get another one that I'm going to assume is on both years, and we'll get it out of the way in Ghostbusters.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I knew it was going to make someone's list.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
I left it out on purpose, but it was an honourable mention.
Yeah. So Ghostbusters.
It's in my honourable mentions because
Yeah.
I knew it was going to make someone's
Yeah.
list.
Well, I had 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Two is 90 though, isn't it? Or no, it's
No,
89, isn't it?
80,
It just
89.
about makes the cut. It was 90s in Ireland, I think. Because but
No,
obviously because
89. I was brought to the.
did we get the release in 89? Did we?
Yeah, I was brought because remember I told
I
you.
didn't get released yet.
Remember I told you the man, the auntie used to work in the Savoy.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
They had the whole cinema was decked out with those massive cardboard cutouts, and there was like a
Yeah.
real marshmallow man and all there. I was
What
like,
a time to be alive.
ladies.
Actually, when Zoe got invited by Sony to the premiere of what's the other one? Afterlife. That was the first one, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Just fucking
Yeah.
name dropping there, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we went to the premiere of Afterlife and we brought Finn and they had like people dressed up as Ghostbusters, but it was back to that old school way with all the cardboard cutouts, all the
deadly.
designs. Oh, it was proton packs and everything there.
Yeah, I went Ghostbusters. There's a lot of people argue that it's not horror.
First one definitely
But
is.
it
Like, think about
definitely
the fucking first scene in the library.
Well, to be fair, man, like, and you have to remember it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, Ghostbusters 2 scared the shit out of me. I mean, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's one of those kid horrors. They're family friendly horrors. And yeah, okay, they're not going to freak you out if you're an adult, but that's not horror. Isn't just an adult thing. They're like it is good to have like horror elements in a kids film to let them like if you want to bring a kid to see a horror, this is something you bring them to. So I always still count it same as Gremlins. I still count them as horrors. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, that I wouldn't put that in there, and you're like, well, I kind of don't give a fuck where you put it, mate.
It's not your list.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck where you'd put it. It's it's about ghosts and shit. What the fuck else is it going to be? Do you know what I mean?
As I said, that opening scene in the library, man. Fucking when she turns.
The opening scene and then when they turn into dogs and stuff, like they're not, they're not just like padding around. They are terrorizing the city, and then the second one they're terrorizing the city again. So like, yeah, for me, it's always
second one's definitely more fun though, isn't it?
They moved more
Vigo though is actually terrifying. Like, because
but that's a name that everyone seems to remember from our age. Vigo the Carpathian.
Vigo the Carpathian. And by the way, what's the guy's name? The actor's name who plays Janusz. He is
he's in everything. He was the friend in Mr. Bean, wasn't he?
Oh man, he's so good. Remember, he's like, would it be okay if I come in to you? And she's like, no.
No, get away from me, you freak.
I'm just checking the Ireland release date here because it was actually released on June the 16th, 89. So that would have been do you know what? There we go. It was released in Ireland in the United Kingdom in December the 1st, 89. And that makes
I was thinking it was close. It was like, right, we only got that
30
right
days.
at the end or right at the
16th
start.
of June, 1989. So that would have been, that was coming in. That was after I watched my first ever WrestleMania.
Nice.
WrestleMania 5. Yep, there you
go. WrestleMania into Ghostbusters. Lovely.
Nice. Right, well, Ted, you didn't take anyone's out this time.
No, I nearly had it on my honourable mentions because I thought.
Well, he took out my honourable mentions, I suppose.
Yeah,
he took out my backup. You see, I was actually one step ahead of Ted for once because I was like, he's definitely gonna know.
Well, see, I was going to put it in my honourable mentions, and then I was like, what if nobody puts it in? I was like, I better put it in just.
We all didn't
make the list.
Yeah,
we all mind-fucked each other. Yeah, well, if I hadn't made the list, I'd have probably never returned to the podcast.
I think I would have just changed. I would have just changed my list anyway and just said it was there. There's no way I would have left it off.
No way.
What happened to last pick? Ghostbusters. Right, lads. What have we got? 3 each. I'm down 4 though, so one of the two yous can go.
Okay, well I'll go. Let me see. What have I picked so far? Gremlins, Psycho 2.
You've gone Psycho 2, Gremlins, and Videodrome.
Yes, so that was taken out. Right, let's get fucking into the thick of it here. Everyone knows I'm a massive Carpenter fan, so there'll be a lot of Carpenter. Oh yeah, there's not.
Really? I didn't know that.
Jeez,
I never heard of the guy.
Thought you knew me. I'm a big fan of woodwork. What can I say? Big into the Carpenters. Great band as well.
Now, which JC are you into? Sorry.
Well, both Jesus
John
and
John or Jesus.
Both
John or Jesus.
I love them. That was like trick question. John Carpenter is Jesus.
Kurt
um,
Russell will tell you that.
absolutely. I went with one of the Halloweens.
Ah,
This one won't surprise Greg, but I think it's a
pick
great. All right, what are you guessing?
3.
Yeah, man, I love
Dick.
it. Oh, did you pick it? I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
did. I knew he would as well. Yeah.
Right, so me and Greg are obviously on the same lines because what I love about this movie, we talked about it before, we don't think go in
Yeah.
depth, but it's just as a standalone movie. I love what Carpenter did with it.
Well, Carpenter didn't do it.
No, but he had it. Didn't he have a hand in it though? He done the
He, I think
music and
he,
all
I
for
think
it,
he
and
wrote it, didn't he?
he wrote it and he done the music for it as well.
Tommy Lee Wallace directed it. Who went on
Directed
to,
it.
yeah, he went on to direct the 1998.
Yes, but obviously Carpenter had his fingerprints all over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
If there
obviously
was ever a Carpenter movie that wasn't a Carpenter movie, this is
it's
it.
Halloween 3, and I mean two of my favorite actors from all of Carpenter's movies are
Tom
Donald
Atkins.
Pleasance, because Donald Pleasance just we said it before, he makes you feel safe, doesn't he? He's just
Yeah.
comforting. He's a little old lad. I don't know how he makes you feel safe, but he does. But yeah, Tom Atkins, I mean, one of the faces of 80s horror, without a shadow of a doubt.
He was
You
just
know,
everything.
Yeah.
so good, man. Night of the Creeps, fucking what a movie.
Yeah.
It's not on my list, so we can mention it. But yeah, Halloween 3. I mean, look, you take over from me here because I just think it's such a fun movie. The story is great. It's flawless in my opinion, actually.
The song, the fucking earworm song,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
the Silver Shamrock masks, and
Silver
I loved the fact that even in the new one, in Kills and Ends, they had the Silver Shamrock masks pop up, and I
Yeah,
know a lot of people didn't like them, but I enjoyed them, and it
they're
actually
fucking deadly, man.
got me back into liking the franchise.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
a lot of people are assholes though, Greg, as well, and they don't know nothing. So fuck them.
where's sure look.
Yeah. Well, out of if you
Their
take out
opinions are wrong.
if you like the new 3 kind of follow off from the
original
very
one.
first one. It's just one and then these 3. So like all the other ones don't really exist, but they did throw little like Easter eggs to the other ones.
Yeah.
But out of all of the other ones, I think 3 is probably the only other one that I'd be like
2.
it
I'd
needs.
go original 3-2 out of it up until 2018 came out.
Yeah, no, I love number 2 is actually a really good movie in its own right. It
No,
is.
it is good. But what I'm saying is, if you were like, right, you have to keep those 4, so 1 and then the 3 new ones, and you're only allowed to keep one of the other ones.
I'm
I
taking
think
3 all day.
that's what I mean. I think 3
Yeah.
is the one I'd be like, right, I want to keep that one because,
All day.
as you said, it's more of a standalone film. Like
Yeah.
you could take him, you could take Myers out of it and put in a different
Killer.
killer. I was gonna say villain, but he's not really a villain in like he is killing, but he's like
No, well, he's the heel in the sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like because and he's just a little owl lad. Do you know what I mean? That's what's
Yeah.
genius about it. It's like essentially, it's kind of like you know, the Wizard of Oz thing. You know, the way they kind of the man behind the curtain is just some little clown.
Weed.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weasel. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So like, yeah, I think if you took him out, it doesn't have to be a Halloween film. It could have been its own standalone film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it still would have been as good. It like him being Michael Myers just doesn't add to the film. It doesn't take away from it, but it doesn't add to it. So you could have done it without him. Do you know what I mean? So that's why that'd be the one I'd keep if you could only keep those 4 and one other.
Yeah,
Well,
I think yeah, just 3 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like, and people go on and they're like, "Oh, it ruined the franchise." It really didn't. It
No,
tried to
it didn't.
bring the original vision of Carpenter to play the way it was supposed to be. The fact that the original took off the way it did is what sparked number 2, because I don't think 2 was ever meant to happen like that.
No.
And also,
No, well,
in what hospital do they have a fucking jacuzzi?
Oh man, yeah.
But Carpenter never really wrote his films as being
Eagles.
Yeah, they were never meant to be franchises. He wrote films to be kind of standalones. Like even
Exactly.
The only one he did do for
he left the
duo
thing
was,
open.
Well, that was him just being an arsehole.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He left the thing open, but then he
No,
was just like, I'm not doing another one.
I think the only one he ever actually wrote intent for a sequel was Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Yes.
Yeah, but they are kind of less horror based.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
was easy to do because he was an action star. Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
like
they're for him exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Greg's right. I mean, even the trio, of movies, Prince of Darkness, Mouth of Madness, and The Thing, even though it's called the trilogy, they're three completely separate entities, nothing to do with each other.
yeah. You don't need to watch one to watch the other. Like
No,
you just watch them whenever you want. There's
So
there's
am I
no
right?
link.
So let's brass tacks here. How many movies have we taken out on Greg now?
I'm down 5.
I
So
think we've
4
taken.
Four of them are gone off me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
then
we've
we
taken
better.
4.
Ted, you better go next then.
Right, I better go
Let's
next.
see if you
Right,
can take out another one here. I mightn't get any picks here tonight.
right.
You better go on Google there.
What can I get? Oh, what one do I think Greg would go for? Right.
He's loving it too. Look.
I'm gonna go with one I think you both might have again, but you both might have put it on the honorable mentions.
This is
Thinking
turning
let
into
someone
a
else
fun fucking competition as always, isn't it?
do it. I went Beetlejuice.
No,
I didn't do it.
No, right. So you both left off. I was like, God,
honorable mention for me because I knew it'd be on one.
Yeah.
we had to make sure we didn't write it 3 times. That was the
Oh
big thing.
Jesus, God no.
Yeah.
You can't do. Well, you never
We'd have
know
been
with me. I'm a bit mad these days.
We'd be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, we've talked about this film a lot on previous shows. Like, it's just a fun film. It doesn't really like it's not horror, but it's kind of a horror comedy, and it just does it so well.
It falls into the Gremlins and Ghostbusters way of kind of kids wacky zany horror.
Yeah, but I think this is a little bit further on as well.
It's
Like,
a
I
little
think
bit more adulty in some of
yeah,
the
you probably want to be 13. Like, you probably want to be 13, 14, really.
Yeah, there's
a
couple of those sex jokes and stuff that pop up in this one.
Yeah,
and he's a horny little bastard, obviously.
He is an absolute dog in this. Yeah,
that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in the film. Joe, when he's walking along and there's just a whorehouse sitting there. And
yes.
Like, Adam, did you put that in?
Girls,
yeah. Did you put that in? No.
No, it's so yeah. It was an original idea for its time as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's a damn near perfect fun movie too.
Yeah. And it's got the right amount of silly, but doesn't stray off the path of this is the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's the door that they go out and they're like, you're just randomly in this desert with a snake, and you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on here? And then they just come back from that pretty quickly because they're like, yeah, that was just a bit funny, but like, let's not stray off into that too much because then the film goes all over the place. They do, yeah. They kind of just like it's something that exists, but they're not like.
It's great. It is.
You don't need to know too much about it. You just know it's there. That's it. That's enough of that.
And
let's get back to the story.
I fell in love with then Winona as well when I was young. Yeah.
It's it's just phenomenal. And I mean, Michael Keaton was the best person in the world to pick to play him.
I don't think you'd have picked him though. Like, now that you've seen him do it, you're like, oh, he was brilliant. But I don't think you'd have picked Keaton to do it.
I was literally about to say,
would you?
Yeah,
because
he was a bit wacky and whiny then.
He was in a sitcom. Do you remember that sitcom he was in? Oh God damn it! I'll tell you now. It was a massive sitcom, Ted, where he was a bit of a nut. Like, I get what you're saying, but like he always had that little bit of madness in him, even when he played Batman. Like he's.
But again, look at the two line up again for Batman. Do you know what I mean? Keaton and Burton, yeah. Like now we all know that if Tim Burton was making that now, you know exactly who he's casting in there, and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I just feel like I think there's a couple of years between them, but I think that if I'd been like, right, I have to cast someone there, and I was thinking about it back then, I think I'd have been like, oh, Steve Buscemi is the one you'd want to go there. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have been like, oh, Keaton is definitely the one you'd go. Like,
see, I think
Buscemi's
at that stage,
a bit weirder. Do you know what I mean?
I think at that stage, Buscemi was more of a serious actor, though.
Yeah, and don't forget, like Michael Keaton had played Mr. Mom and Multiplicity. Like, when you see Multiplicity, you're like, oh, okay, this lad can fucking do it.
You got
it was never a thing of like, could he not, like, he wasn't a good enough actor to do it. It's just you'd have thought someone a bit on the more weird scale.
Do you know who I think
for how weird that character, like, just specifically how weird Beetlejuice is, like.
Do you know who I think would have been a show? John Candy would have been a good show.
Yeah. it's just one of those things. I wouldn't have thought of him like if
in that
and
role.
obviously I wasn't.
Even Steve Martin, to be fair.
Yes, I
You
mean
know
you
what I
just
mean?
Yeah,
like just such a weird character is the first name that would have popped into your head back in the 80s. Like, oh, do you know who we get? Yeah, that's who you get.
But
There's
don't forget,
definitely people who would have been
Beetlejuice
weird.
was 88, so
Yeah,
he
so it was
was.
near the end. Yeah,
So his body of work up until that point, obviously Batman was 89, and
yeah.
it was kind of like that was those 2 years were fucking his year. But like I
Oh
said,
yeah,
Mr. Mom, fantastic, and then Multiplicity. I mean, Jesus H Christ, that's
yeah.
one of my favorite films in
man,
general.
that man is the Chris Jericho of acting. He's just
Wi-
reinvented himself so many times.
Without a doubt. I mean, if someone told you he's the best actor or someone's favorite actor, I'd have no problem. I wouldn't be like, you're wrong.
Best actor, probably not. Favorite actor, I couldn't argue with it. I
But I
can
mean,
understand it.
you couldn't even argue best actor because, like, literally, he can do anything. You know, Birdman showed his stuff. Like,
I didn't like that.
I loved it. I fucking
Ah,
loved it, man.
wasn't
I
for
tell
me
you.
now.
It was so
Um,
funny when he just beats the shit out of your man. as well.
it was just for me. That was just one of
You
them
broke
movies
my
that was just
nose.
there. I was like, what is even going on in this movie?
No, it's yeah, but like I said, I'm mad. So,
Mm,
well, here, look, Greg, we're not going to go back to you yet because I mean, you've catching up to do. So,
I'm 5 down, lad. So
right,
you
well,
have
I'm not.
one pick each without trying to get one of mine here.
Right, well, I'm not going to try and get one of yours here. I'm just going to go with. I went with Halloween 3 last, so you know it's not the last Carpenter one, but I won't pick it yet. I went. Okay, I'm going to go out. I went with the Howling.
Okay, that's one of my
Howling.
honorable mentions. So it's not a pick here.
And I see. I was trying to do you a favor there. I knew you wouldn't fucking have it as a.
This whole episode spawned off a text that you sent into the group today.
It did.
That had the Howling on it. The
Yeah.
Howling for me is phenomenal. Again, Joe Dante showing off his skills here.
It's overlooked.
Yeah.
I think it fell at the wrong time because it came out with
Yes.
another certain werewolf movie that
81, wasn't it?
84. No,
No, 81, I think. I'll tell you now.
I'm checking it here.
American Werewolf was 81 and Howling.
They were the same year or just 81. Both of them 81. Yeah.
Oh, so there you go. So it fell.
Yeah.
It just.
Yeah, it's just the wrong time for it
Do you
to
know
fall. But
it kind of falls in that similar line of one of King's favorite films in Ravenous. It fell at the wrong time in between a couple of movies and just got lost in the shuffle.
Yes.
That's
the fucking. Because I mean, back then in the 80s, like horrors were getting churned out like fucking.
Yeah, I think a lot of films got lost in the shuffle in the
Yeah.
in the 80s. Like
They did. Like, do you ever see that? Do you ever see that? You know, I've mentioned it on this podcast like a lot. The In Search of Darkness series on Shudder. Jericho.
Yeah.
Mentioned
We
Jericho.
had we actually had we had Bryson Whittington who done the sound, the background music for it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's 3 fucking 2 hour long shows, and there's
Yeah.
different movies mentioned.
Yeah,
You know,
it's again for me it wasn't an easy watch to watch that In Search of Darkness, but it's so insightful to horror fans.
yeah.
do you know what it's perfect for? Right, it's one of those. Do you know, like when you're sitting playing a game like
Yeah,
FIFA or
listening to it.
exactly a background thing because you're like, okay, I don't have to. It's like when you put on one of your favorite movies that you've seen a million times. You don't even like. I do that with Jaws sometimes. I don't need to
Yeah,
watch the fucking thing. It's just grand. Quint's talking to me. I know exactly. I feel.
I'm
I feel
safe.
safe. Exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. That's my one. So the Howling
Okay,
Ted.
let's see if Ted can get me out of not or letting me actually make a pick.
I don't know. Without
That's
going
for
with one of the
humanity.
without going for one of the big ones, I don't think I can. So
Try and take me out, Ted. Now that you could,
yeah, I could try to go for you.
Yeah,
I know one that I definitely get you with.
I know
but
that. Yeah,
I won't take that
the
one.
mist.
Yes.
Blob.
What an ending.
I think this one might get you in. I don't know. I
What?
can't remember if it's high on your list. I know you do like it, but we'll go with Christine.
I left it out.
Left
I
it out.
left it out
I
too.
know it's high. I know it's high on your list,
It's
but
high
I was
on
like,
my
will
list,
he
and
have gone for it?
I didn't even, and you know what? I'm glad you said that because I didn't even put it in my honorable mentions because I said it's just going to be this fucking particular person is brought to you by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Not even the
what,
John, if you
show,
like the
just
show,
me.
sponsors.
what I always thought was kind of funny about Christine is I don't know if it was done, but like it's basically Herbie fully loaded, and someone watched that and was like, we could make something out of that. We could turn that into a horror, and then they were just like, right, let's just make it a horror then, and they just had to turn it into a much like bigger
Christine
car.
was probably before Herbie, surely.
I don't think so. I think there was a Herbie fully loaded like TV series years ago. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was before Christine, or maybe it was after Christine. I don't know.
Christine was 83.
Yeah,
quite early.
I think Herbie Fully Loaded might have been the 70s. I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, Stephen King. Stephen King published Christine in 1983. So say what, a year to write the book. So say 1982.
Herbie Fully Loaded was 1985.
Oh well, Herbie's been around since 1968.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so like it was
God.
originally called The Love Bug, and then they
Fuck me.
So like
Yeah.
I genuinely feel that like
Good lord.
Carpenter saw that at some point and was like, there's an idea there. Give me that, and I'll turn it. And like obviously we can't have a little tiny car. It's gonna have to be a big,
Well,
muscle car.
Stephen King would have seen it, not Carpenter.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, King would have seen it, and he was like, right, let me turn it. Like, it can't be a little shitty car. It's going to have to be a muscle car.
That
And he was
car,
like, let me
that car is just unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's obviously, I don't know if it did, and I don't know if he's ever come out and said that the idea came from there. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he'd never seen it, and it's just something that came to his mind. We all know that his mind
I
comes up
can't
with.
imagine Stephen King sitting down watching The Love Bug.
I know.
No, but like it was a big thing. Like not necessarily that he would have watched it, but like it's something that you know of. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the three
I
of us
suppose-
haven't. The
I
three of us
suppose-
aren't sitting there watching Twilight. I know King was smashing
King's
watching
big on it,
Twilight out of
yeah.
it,
Oh,
but like the rest of
Jesus.
us weren't watching it, but we still knew it existed. Do you know
When
what I
I
mean?
watched it for back in the day, I remember Jesus. I think it was. I remember years ago staying in my man's house out in Finglas, and I was sick for like I don't like a really really bad flu. It was like 24, 25 or something. And I
Man
went
flu?
proper man flu, and I remember they were all like. I think the sister had like every one of them. And I said, you know what? Like when you're lying there, you just watch and
Put something on, yeah.
And I said, you know what? I may as well watch them so I can.
The made for TV movies.
Yeah, and it was just like fucking. Oh man, it was like no.
I feel sorry in a way for Stephen King with the movies from the so successful the books where that I know it was his option to do it and the way he gave it out to people. To most of his movies were made for TV, cheap, low budget, just slapped together. Now,
some of them are deadly.
Christine's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Do you know what I mean? Cujo was good. Nightbreed,
great.
Night Flyer, Nightbreed is
Pet Cemetery. It's fucking good. And don't forget, Tinner is a great movie.
Oh, Jesus, what a movie!
Yeah.
Shocker was another one. Was that Stephen King as well?
Shocker was Craven.
Oh, Craven. Yeah.
But yeah, like
what a movie!
I don't know.
I only watched it the other
Yeah.
day.
But yeah, I don't know if it was that he'd heard of it or what, and he was like that, or if Stephen King just came up with this in his own mind, because we all know what his mind's like. He just comes up with stuff anyway. Like he's written so many books, like he just has ideas in his mind all the time. But the idea of it's a killer car.
Yeah,
it's a possessed car. It's a brilliant idea, and like. It's a film that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot.
It's not hokey either. Like if you read the premise of it, you go, "Oh, for fuck's sakes!" But it makes sense.
It works. And it doesn't get talked about a whole lot, and that's obviously because some of his other films just eclipse it so much in terms of how good they are. But it's one of those ones that when you watch it, you're like, "Jesus, how if you've never seen it before, and then you watch it, you're like, how have I never seen or heard of this before?" Like.
Ironically, I actually have it in my films to watch favorites on the telly there. I went to watch it today and I was like, oh, do you know what? I ended up watching the new Jurassic Park and I was like,
bad decision.
Bad decision.
I just stayed away from it. I was like,
bad decision.
Nothing was taken out from you, Greg. No.
No, nothing was taken from me. What a time to be alive,
So
lads.
I may as well go again because I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
think
You
we
6,
should
should
have.
have. You should have 5, yeah.
6, I think.
Videodrome, Psycho 2, Gremlins, Halloween 3, and The Howling.
That's 4, isn't it?
No, 5.
Ah, yeah. Well, I can't count anyway. So, right. Well, I'm gonna go with
Just like the Chelsea accountants.
absolutely. I fuck it. I'll just stick with the werewolf team. Then I went with American Werewolf in London. I had to fucking put it down. I mean,
There goes another pick.
well, you
I-
knew it was going to be in there. The fact that I
Yeah.
mentioned the Howl and where it was in my list earlier. So,
I didn't put it in
and I
mine
have another
because
werewolf movie too. So,
I didn't put it in mine. I was like, I'm not going to put it in. The one of the boys will have it.
strategic, Ted. Strategic.
The greatest transformation scene, second best werewolf movie.
It's number
Yeah.
1 for me. So,
Nah.
You also said on this show that Dog Soldiers was the best, and there
Yeah,
was video evidence of it.
I had this conversation with Carl today, so I'd like to address that. I'm kind of like one of those politicians that flip flops,
So
but
it depends on who you're talking to. So
no.
King put it in your brain that it's better.
Believe it or not, he didn't actually today because I sent him that message that I sent you before. We weren't even talking about it, and he said the same thing. I thought you said Dog Soldiers was better last time. I said yes, but what I did last week was I watched them both back to back again, and I said, okay, whatever about what's better in terms of effects or visuals or whatever. I was like, how does it make me feel? That's
It's
what I
the
went with.
it's the ending that annoys me of American Werewolf. It's just
Yeah.
too rushed. Like
Ah,
if the movie went on for another half hour,
I've stepped out of
fine.
camera now.
No,
yeah,
you're
if the
right.
movie goes on about another half hour and it translates more into the next transformation, and you'll see their love blossoming. But if she goes from 0 to fucking
Head
hooked
over
up,
heels. Yeah.
loved, like lifetime of love in the space of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit rushed, and I think they spent a lot of time building it up, and then I think they just realized, fuck, we've gone too long here. We need to just wrap this up, and I think that is what happened. And it's unfortunate because it is a good film, but that I've always been the same as Greg. That's the big takeaway from it from me.
The
Like
soundtrack for it phenomenal.
Yeah.
The 80s was very good in terms of
and it
like
has
all
Jenny
films.
Agutter in it, so I can understand why he was in love after about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Because she's ridiculous. The whole Nazi werewolf zombie thing was real weird, though.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah, I like. It's fun to see it. I don't think it adds anything to the movie.
No, I think they would have been better taking that out and taking that time to do like add that to the end and stretch the end out a bit more. I think.
I was literally about to say the worst thing ever, especially with this fucking head that I showed me. I was about to say, oh no, I love like Nazis, but I didn't mean it like that. I was like,
Yeah.
I was about
Yeah, no, like
I meant I loved the kind of
the scene. Yeah,
idea of a fucking SS coming in and maybe it's infecting his brain or something. And I don't know the story behind it.
It is clearly because of that, because obviously the transformation happens not long later. So
exactly.
he's starting to obviously feel the werewolf transformation and whatever. But for me, it was just a bit weird. They should have just had like a scene, even with a dog attacking him, or dogs following him, or barking at him, or
Yeah, that would have been. No, I know what you mean. But look, I suppose it's in there because it's
it deserves its
So did we take another one out on you, Greg?
Yep.
Okay, so it's back to
I've
10.
made one pick in this, lads.
Does that mean I have 3 left? Is it?
No, 4 left now.
4.
Okay.
I have 4 left, and I reckon
I
reckon only one of yous will pick off. Maybe one of them.
Well, let's see if Ted can try and do just that.
Let's try and take one. We'll go with a big one then. See if we could take it from Greg. The Shining.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's legitimately. I if you take another one from me, I'd be very surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
The Shining's phenomenal.
Yeah. Listen, the Shining. There's is there much you can't say about
I
it?
put it in my honorable mentions because I knew it would
Yeah, but like just there's an iconic scene in it, and like this is more of a wrestling thing, but they always talk about as
Moments.
great as it is to have a great match. People don't remember a full match; they remember moments, and that's the same in films. You need moments, like, and the thing with the moments is they don't even need to be anything big or crazy or anything. Like you can say a film to someone and they're like, "Oh, do you remember when this happened?" And the fact that everyone remembers it, that's the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Can I say to you, actually, it's funny enough because we had you know him actually. My cousin Dino was down with me the other week,
Yeah,
and it was shortly after Hogan passed, and I was like, "All right." He was like, "Oh, put on a wrestling match for the crack," like, because Dean was
yeah,
big into wrestling.
yeah,
And I said, if I was ever going to show anybody, because my old school thought of pro wrestling and whatnot, I said if I was going to show any match, to anybody, one of them would be Rock versus Hogan. I said
The
because
passing of
because
the torch.
and the psychology behind it. I was like, so I remember like sitting there, and it's like 17, 18 minutes long. And I remember, and like I would always say, Hogan and Warrior is another one of those as well. Old school, same thing, passing of the torch in a sense, but everything making sense without anything being flashy, but the story. Do you know what I mean? And like you
The
say,
yeah,
crowd in that
moments.
match was off the charts.
Like I
yeah. But
mean,
like, what do you like? Obviously, you've rewatched it recently, right? So you're going to
hmm.
remember more stuff from it. But when people talk about that match,
Well, there you go, Ted. You haven't watched it recently. So what's the moment from that?
like, well, I actually do. I've watched it recently enough, but
Okay, well, you would,
the
yeah.
moment that people remember isn't a
It's
move.
the stare down.
It's that big
There
stare
you go.
down. Like people don't remember what else happened. Like, oh, Hogan kicked out of this, Rock kicked out, and no one gives a shit about that. They care about that stare down.
And Ted,
That's what people cared about.
and guess what? Exact same thing at WrestleMania 6 with Hogan and Warrior
Oh yeah, yeah,
when they do that fucking puffing the chest out, looking at each other, and
yeah,
Warrior's going, like. But going back to the movie, I know that's kind of why it's a great analogy that you brought up.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like when you talk about The Shining, what's the first thing? Oh, when he has the head in the door. That's the
There's,
bit everyone.
there's a lot of them in this movie though.
No,
The
there
ones
is
that
a lot, but do you know what I mean? Like the first one that people come up with is like, oh, and it's partly because it's
here's
on.
Johnny, yeah.
Well, partly that, and it's also I don't know if it was the original DVD or video cover, but I think it's now the DVD cover is
Yeah, the
his
original one was
face.
Yeah,
yellow and it just had the shining on it.
yeah,
Yeah, so now it's normally his face
Yeah.
in the door. So obviously that's why people think of it first. But this film has those moments. So even
Yeah.
though it's a great film in its own
so
right,
many.
there's so many moments in it where it's just like, right, this is
The,
what people will remember. Do you
the
know what I mean?
cover's actually there over your shoulder. You can see it.
Yeah, it's over
Yeah.
the shoulder there.
Do you
So
know
like,
do you know what my moment is actually? Um,
Red room.
it when all working no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because that was the bit that went,
I
oh
think
fuck,
I
this
think
guy is nuts.
that scene obviously for people then for like people our age when the Simpsons brought out that Treehouse of Terror
yeah,
and it was like all work and no play make Homer or something.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I mean. Like, it's one of those things that like this film had those, and a lot of films have them. And I think having that makes your film like way more memorable.
Yeah, one of my favorite scenes in that is do you know when he's sitting at the bar and he's
Yeah,
like, "You've always been the caretaker, Mr. Grady."
oh,
yeah.
100.
So like it's a
I
great film in
say that
itself,
to
but
people
the
at work,
moments,
we've
yeah,
always been here.
Mm.
It's like
yeah,
we've always been here.
yeah. So it's like I can't make a list and not have that on it. I don't think.
So many is Greg left now?
I've got three left.
So it's back to
Now,
you.
I'm gonna be very surprised if any of you get the last three. So I haven't made a pick since the opening pick.
Yeah,
Right. Well, I've gone four. I've four left. So let me see.
yeah. Me and you have
And
four.
funny enough, I had to dip into my because I've essentially got five left on my actual list
Yeah,
because I had to dip into my honorable mentions. I'm gonna have to take one out of my list, which is actually mad. But look, I did say that there was a werewolf one in it, so I'm gonna keep with that because it was above the Howling. Any guesses?
You mentioned it earlier. I don't know if I've
Silver
seen it.
Bullet.
Oh, Silver Bullet. I've seen Silver Bullet. It's the other one you mentioned.
Oh yeah, Wolfen. No, that
Yeah.
didn't make my list. That's a great movie. Yeah, Silver Bullet for me. This is like I don't know how to explain it. Again, it's absolutely not a kids movie, but there's
It's a kids
um
movie, but it's not a kids
yeah,
movie.
it's
Yeah,
not it's a
elements of
kids
it.
movie,
Yeah,
but it's not a kids movie. It's got such great atmosphere and then dark tones. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely not one that you're showing your 10
Well,
or 11-year-old, well, unless you were born in the 80s, because then you
probably was in the 80s though. Did I mean like
you were
things
showing
have
that to a 5 or 6 year old. He was
absolutely, and
sold.
you're like, don't be this guy. But
Well,
I think it's just Gary Busey is fantastic in it. Corey Haim
abuse
is
is king and
fantastic.
everything, though.
Oh, he's the king, man. Just a down and out drunk fucker because he's got
he's another
certain
one.
nights left him.
Just to go back to
He'd
like
be perfect for Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice.
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. That's another one where you'd be like, yeah, he'd be a better
No,
Beetlejuice.
now we would after the accident.
No, but like just in your mind, you'd be like, oh, he like if you're just thinking of him back then, you'd be like, oh, he'd be a better Beetlejuice. He's a bit more of a
Here's a random movie for you to watch if you have never seen it. 90s gem with him being the perfect heel that he can be. It's great when you see him being like the
Predator 2.
cool uncle. No, it's a movie that my uncle showed me years ago called Surviving the Game with Ice T. And
Jesus
basically, they
Christ.
bring Ice T. He brings Ice T into the woods because he's a
I think
black
I have
man.
seen that.
Yeah, because he's a black man. I think they're just racist fuckers, and they basically hunt him.
Yeah,
And Ice T just becomes badass. Like he's like, fuck
yeah,
it,
he's
it's
battles them.
amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's very well done.
Very very good
I'd have to have a
movie.
look at that. I'd say once I sit down to watch it, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I've definitely seen it, but like
Yeah,
I'd
yeah, yeah.
be I'd struggle to tell you more than that the
That,
base concept of the
that,
film at this
yeah,
stage.
yeah.
It's been
No,
so
it's a
long.
great little kind of B movie that was just obscure and kind of cool, like No Holds Barred.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, Silver Bullet's a great. It's a
I
great
gotta
film.
watch
I
that.
think
I'm gonna
it's
watch that tomorrow.
Silver
do
Bullet.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
gonna
no,
watch it tomorrow.
it's
Been a
another
while.
great one. Yeah,
It's on YouTube as well. Actually, I shared my YouTube horror list, which is didn't I?
I think
No.
ages ago.
No, I only done it. Oh shit! I'm going to send it to you right now. I have a playlist that I've accumulated over the last 2 weeks
Oh, very
with
nice.
some absolute gems in there. So I'll send that to you right now.
Right.
Nice. Right, Ted. Let's go. See if I can get a pick in, or is Ted gonna take another one?
I feel like
I don't think you will.
I
I
don't think
don't think
so.
I will. I feel like you've probably left any of the other kind of big ones because you feel they're going to be on other people's list
He's gone out
anyway.
of left field now.
I think
He's
he
like
might have. Yeah.
he's got like
I'm going. I'm
Um.
going Hail Mary here.
Slumberhouse Massacre or some shit like
What a
Um.
movie that was.
great.
It's not on my list. I'm gonna feel that Greg had Killer Clowns from Outer Space on his.
I
Don't
was
say
gonna
anything,
put
but I'm gonna
I was
feel that Greg's on.
I
That's
was
one
gonna
of the
put
ones
that
on
in.
Greg's. I feel like that's gonna be one on Greg's list. It's not on mine, but I feel like it is one of
I
Greg's
love
one
that
because he
movie.
went at left field, and I feel like he's gonna
Is it on
reach
your
it.
list, Greg?
It is.
I knew it. I knew it. It's not
Do you
on
want,
my list, but I knew it was going to be one of
do you
them.
want to know what the difference was, though? It wasn't originally on my list. It was the one I put in to replace Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah.
I literally only watched that 2 days ago.
Did you play the game?
I haven't.
Game's a bit weird.
Haven't.
I haven't played the game. Bryce, the
No.
guy I mentioned that done the music for In Search of Darkness, done the soundtrack for that as well.
Oh, really? And it's a
Yeah.
great fucking soundtrack.
We
No,
may as well let
for
you.
the game now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for the game. But
We may as well let you talk about the film, Greg. Now that I've outed what your choice is going to be, even though
Kill,
it's not on my list.
yeah, go on. Give it
Killer
to Greg.
Clowns is it's
Ted's
just
picking
all
for
round
Greg now.
fucking.
This is great.
It's just all round mental.
Yeah, it is.
Like I remember watching this. I must have been about 12, and I was sitting there and it's Killer Clowns, deadly. Didn't see the full title, and
Yeah.
then I was sitting there going, "What the fuck? They're getting wrapped up in candy floss." I was
Just
like, "What is
insane, isn't
even
it?
going on in this?" The bubble gum machine. When they go to
The
people's houses,
popcorn flying around.
the popcorn. It's just the weird guns that look like a fucking new version of a
How
vibrator or something.
cool are the fucking masks though? And the suits are amazing. Like that
But
scene where he fucks your man up and just punches his head off when he puts the gloves on.
do you
Yeah,
know one of my favorite scenes is when he goes into the police station and the
yes,
clown comes in and the copper was taking none of it.
he's such an asshole.
Yeah,
Such an
It's
asshole.
it's proper 80s cartoon shit in it,
yeah,
isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like
wacky.
when you think of like Tom and Jerry, the
Yeah,
Looney Tunes and stuff, where like, yeah, some lad just Bugs Bunny just pulls a massive boxing, like not normal sized boxing glove, a huge one out of his hand, and his hand is now 1,000,000 meters wide, and he just punches somebody. Like Killer Clowns is just that. They were just like, right, let's just take.
It's a horror version of Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they were just like, right, let's just take all that mental shit and just put it in a film. Let's go for it.
They went for it big.
Oh yeah, they did. You have to if you're gonna make a film like that, you have to go for it. You can't be like, oh, we need to try and keep the story. No, if you're gonna go balls to the wall crazy like that, just go crazy. Like, don't worry about. Does that make sense? It doesn't need to make sense. It's crazy. Like,
well, Ted, you may as well pick your next fucking pick now.
Right. Well, I may as well give the one I was going to say before I guess what Greg was going to give.
So technically, that wasn't on your list. So,
but no, that's what I mean.
You got it.
Yeah. I'll go with one that.
It's coming from me now.
No, it wouldn't be high. I think it's very high on a lot of people's lists, but it was never one that was mad high on my list. I always thought it was good. I just never thought it was as great as a lot of other people did. Evil Dead.
Okay.
I like Evil Dead.
Over my head.
Yeah, I like Evil Dead, and it is good. It's fun and everything like that. But I feel like people put it on, up there as one of the top horror films.
2 is better.
2 is better, and actually, Army of Darkness is pretty good as well.
That's just completely different, though. That's not.
Yeah, it is. And see, the thing is, I like all of them, but it's just I feel like people are when they're talking about 80s horror, they have it like up near the top. And for me,
I don't even have it on my list or honorable mentions, to be honest.
That's what I mean. I feel it does deserve to be there because you don't get to be that big of a name and have that much of a following without being good, and it good.
Makes sense. It makes sense. It goes back to what we said today with what was the one we were talking about, the vampire movie,
which
Lost
Boys. I mean, for me, aside from the song "Cry Little Sister," it doesn't do a lot for me.
That song, fuck me. We seen G Tom Mac live at For the Love of Horror 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was very good.
Fuck me, the cunt done like a 2-hour set or something just to play that song at the end.
He did go a bit long, to be fair.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, they're good movies. Like, but for me, I kind of chose this list personal to me.
Yeah.
What? I mean, if that's on TV, I'm not turning it off.
And that's kind of where I was.
It out, though.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. I was like, I did enjoy Evil Dead, and I do like it. I just feel it was a bit cheesy. And I don't think it was as good as everyone else made it out to be, but I do think it deserves to be there because I do like it. Like, it's one I have watched multiple times, so I can't say that it's not something I've gone back and watched as well.
It kind of goes back to our Ghostbusters conversation. Like, for some people,
it's really big, and I'm just like
better, and then for other people, it's like, how can you even say that? Like, the first one is miles ahead. It's like, it's just one.
Like, I like all of them, but just they're not. To me, they're not like. I'd have Ghostbusters ahead of it, whereas other people would be like, "Oh, no way, man! Ghostbusters is way down. It's not a horror in comparison to Evil Dead." And I get what they mean because Evil Dead is zombies and all this stuff.
Horror,
but it just wasn't as strong for me as Ghostbusters. But as we said, we weren't doing this in any order, so
does Greg have 2 now?
Yeah,
2. Yeah,
you won't get either of my 2 here. Now, if you get one of my 2, I'll be very impressed. You have 3 left, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go then.
Go ahead, Ian. Watch as my 2 get taken out in the next 2.
Right, I went with They Live.
That's one of mine.
Oh, so
that's one of mine as well. Yeah, it's one you can't not put in. Like,
it's just, again, I think it's a perfect John Carpenter movie. Roddy Piper is absolutely fantastic in it.
Yeah.
As is Dave Keith as well.
David Keith.
Craig David.
That fight scene.
It's man, and you knew there was going to be a suplex in there, and I'm just glad it was a gut wrench,
But even the concept of the film, it stands the test of time because you could make that. If you made that today, the story could be the exact same.
Bingo. I mean, putting the glasses on when you're looking at all the kind of corporate advertisement everywhere,
If anything, I'd say it's more
prevalent now. Yeah,
more prevalent now.
It is.
Like, it's way more prevalent now than it was back then.
We've been saying that for years, though. It's more
Yeah.
prevalent now than it was then. Like,
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And like, you know, the cheek of John Carpenter, like he's literally like, there's Gucci signs and Coca-Cola signs, and when you're putting it on, it's like consume. You know, like he didn't give a fuck. That was Carpenter in full on going.
when
I'm
you
within this golden circle here,
and I
and
can do
I'm
what I
gonna
want.
expose it.
But if
You know
you
what I mean?
think about it, right, when you look at that Coke sign and he puts the glasses on and says "consume," it's basically telling you to drink Coke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it is,
buy
and
it.
that's
Brilliant
why.
marketing.
But that's why
Genius.
Coke would have been willing to put their name to it.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
absolutely, and it was genius. That shows the genius of Carpenter himself.
Exactly, because and that's why it goes back to your point there, Greg, that it's more prevalent today than then. Because back
Yeah.
then they would have been like, absolutely. Whereas if that movie was made today, Coke could be like, oh, there's too much of an online influence. That's a bit nefarious for us. Like, fuck off.
And then it has obviously the line, "I came to kick ass and chew bubble gum."
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And again, as I was saying, moments don't always need to be visual. Like that's a line that you hear people say today that have never seen the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've heard people say that line and be like, "Oh, you like They Live?" And they're like, "I've never heard of it." And you're like, "What? How the fuck do you know that one?" But they do know it, like because it's such an iconic line.
Yeah.
I seen somebody in my job that I came to kick ass and chew bubble gum on a T-shirt. Says, "Oh, I love the T-shirt." And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's just a quote. I got it in pennies or something." And I was like, "Do you know what that's from?" And they were like, "No."
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was like, "I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm done here. Good luck."
Yeah.
I walked into the office like, "I'm going home."
I'm not going to annoy myself.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like it's a great line. It's something that you can. It's very quotable. It's very easy to remember. Like
Well, it was on my honorable mentions because I had it there, and it's the same one I had with Aliens. I was like, do I him and Haw with is it horror? Is it not?
there is an argument that it wouldn't be a horror.
It's
That
sci.
it'd be.
It's definitely sci-fi
It
anyway.
is sci-fi.
There is, but it does fall into the horror category. Like if you look up 80s horror, it's one of the top ones as well.
And the fact that like so it's like music, you know, like does it fit into the pop genre? Does it fit into the rock genre? Like is there, you know, Tin Lizzy, for example, they have a song "Dancing in the Moonlight" and Sarah. Are they rock songs or pop songs? They're pop songs, but they're a rock band. I like U2, you know what I mean? So it's like there's horror elements in there. I mean, the sheer horror of when you put glasses on, you realize this fucking human being standing beside me is actually a fucking Hamalderite face. You know,
lizard person.
Yeah, real fucking ugly.
Right, I finally get a pick again, lads.
We'll let you go, Greg.
Yeah,
I wonder, do I try and take a guess at one of Greg's?
Have a stab.
It's only been 2 hours.
Have a stab. Go on.
What would Greg have gone with? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Reanimator.
No.
Friday Night?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. There's one I know that I can say, but it's definitely on Ian's list. I don't want to say it.
Big Trouble in Little China, I would have thought, because it doesn't really.
It's my favorite movie, but no.
I don't think Greg doesn't really count it as a horror, even though it does have that horror element to it.
Yeah, true.
Go on, stab a guess, and then I'll give you one.
Cujo.
Nope.
No, all right.
Good movie though, and let's get the remake soon as well. And apparently, it's going to be an actual dog or practical effects as well in it. So I'm like, okay, I'll allow it.
We'll see.
We'll see what they do with it.
I'm going with a movie I've mentioned on the show millions of times because of the artwork on the box. It's one of the main video boxes I can remember from growing up. It's House.
Yeah.
With the hand ringing the doorbell.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, such a good movie. It just floats along. Like it's slow. It's teasing.
And they all have something too, man. I like the follow-ups as well. But the first
I can't really remember 2 or 3.
I'm sure 2 and 3 is decent, but they're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would seek them out more than you would seek out Lost Boys. That's the way I look at it.
I don't. Well, House probably, but I don't know about the other two. Obviously, I haven't seen them in so long. I'd have to go and watch them and then come back to you on that one. But one I always remember, it was one of the first videos I rented in Chartbusters when it was open
Remember you telling me this?
because of the artwork,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like it's just like it's such a
The
simple
ideal
movie.
way to pick a fucking movie, wasn't it?
That was a great way though, and like I know like when I used to rent out the DVDs, it was 5 for a fiver. 5 movies, 5 nights, €5. Grand. Go try
Yeah.
and find some of the best artwork you can find, some of the worst looking boxes, and off you go and see what you get.
We've said it
Terror in the
before.
Isles.
We've said it before. It's a massive shame that you don't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Even
I-
in cinemas, you don't.
I'd loved, and I do feel that there's a bit of a shift coming that people like that shit, especially with like HMV and all that. Because like Rachel and myself now have gone knee deep into the whole vinyl thing,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like we've collected so much, like we bought loads of Aussie stuff and all, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It hits you different when you put like a vinyl on in the kitchen. You go, it sounds better. It just feels better because you're not listening
Yeah.
to your phone. You're cooking dinner or whatever. It's just cool. And
But I think part of the problem, like the difference is that back then when they knew that you wouldn't have seen everything. They knew that it wasn't so readily available.
yeah, true.
So that
It
when you
had to
walked
capture
in,
it, yeah.
that box needed to say something. You needed to be like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" and go
Yeah,
over and pick it up. And it was still the same in the 90s.
And
Now,
that's what happened to me.
yeah, but now, like if you go in and you're looking at DVD cases, or like even say if you go onto Netflix or something, like they always have a still image as here's the thing. And if there are any new films, it's kind of just here's a picture of an actor and the thing written across is like the name of the film written across them. And it's just like that's not really going to grab my attention. Do you know what I mean?
Now
So it's a lost art.
I will say there's an actual local company to us, somewhere in between where I am and where you are in Brian Arco. I think he's in Blessington, but he's doing all the posters and artwork now for some of the big movies coming out and Creepy Duck Designs. I don't know if you've heard of him or not.
No.
He does all the posters for the new movies and stuff coming out.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
Phenomenal. Check him out.
yeah, and just hopefully they do start doing it again because like as you can see in like the picture over my back, like these are all things that when you saw them, you're like, oh, I want to watch that. Like that looks interesting.
I
And
think
it's a lost
it can
art.
work though. It can work because like
It definitely worked. Like
I
look
made
at Greg walking in, picking up films that he's never thought of. Like I did it.
Well,
I
I
used to
think
do
it
it as
can
well.
work again though too because
Oh,
like
it would, yeah, 100%.
because when you think about it, that vinyl thing now, like you've got kids buying vinyl of fucking Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift and all that kind of
Yeah.
shit. Whatever they're into.
You have to start somewhere, though, in.
But that's what I'm saying. They can listen to that on Spotify for free, but having the fucking physical thing in your hand, I do think that there's definitely a way because in America, isn't there? Wasn't there like a little town that was like bringing back a version of Chartbusters or something, and it's gone
They're
down.
trying to, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but apparently it's doing pretty well at the moment. Like, and
And
it's
I think it will. I think part of the problem is a lot of people don't have a physical media player anymore because
yeah,
they've just become so used to like you don't have a DVD player, you don't have a Blu-ray player, that's all gone. A lot of
yeah,
people don't have them. I still have them because when I bought my PlayStation, I was like, no, I want the disc version. 100%. I don't want the non-disc version. I want to be able to put a disc in because I have a load of DVDs and stuff like that. Like I have a massive amount because I love having them. But
you can see them all scattered around down there on the.
yeah, well, that's only a small
I
portion.
know.
You want to see the state, the
No,
house
and
is
your
covered in
backdrop.
them. But yeah, but like the house is covered in them, and it's just it's like you. I go in, I'm like, oh, that looks good, and I used to pick stuff up and just be like, oh, that looks good. I'll watch that. And it's something that's been lost since.
Yeah.
So like Greg
Physical
probably never
media
would have
is,
watched
yeah.
House. Well, not even physical like media. Greg probably never would have watched House if he hadn't seen it, the box for it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Does Greg only have one pick left, by the way?
Yeah.
Is it Puppet Master? No.
No.
All right.
It's an honourable mention, though.
Okay. Right. I've got. What have I got? Two.
Yeah. You probably should have two left.
Two left. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go all in. Well, no, I've two left, so I'm gonna go in with one of my second favorites. Surely you can guess the last two, I'd imagine.
I'd have a fierce guess. I could go with one anyway.
Yeah. But you want to go for it?
The Fog.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones on mine as well.
Yeah. 100%.
What's the other one?
I'm not telling you. Oh, well, I may as well because it's, yeah. The last one then I had was obviously Reanimator.
Yeah, you dropped that name earlier, and then I knew. Then when you said it earlier, I was like, "Yep, okay."
Yeah, Reanimator. Reanimator and The Fog. I mean,
Carpenter and Cronenberg.
yeah. I mean,
The fog is brilliant. Like just the whole concept of it. Like it's basically the ancient Indian burial ground thing, but instead of being like, right, we'll do that, it's just like, right, there was a lot of criminals living here. Let's just let them out.
yeah, we just led a load of lepers to their death and stole their
Yeah.
gold and built a town out of it. It's and we use that, especially myself and WoW, use it a lot, like the word atmosphere. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
this
phenomenal.
movie, it doesn't actually. There's not many safe moments in the movie. Actually, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think even when they're in the church, they'd be somewhatly safe.
Yeah, but there's no safe moments. You're constantly like you know the backstory with me watching it with my granny for the first time next
Yeah.
to the bed and left me,
Great movie.
and
Oh
it's
yeah.
just like this is terrifying. I remember the other movie that I'd watched the week before when it was Misery, and I was like, okay,
Jesus Christ!
just when you thought it was safe to come down to your nanny's and watch a movie on a Friday night on
She's gonna
Channel
hobble
4,
you.
don't know, it's fucking, but it was, yeah. I mean, The Fog for me is actually my number one. Like that's I
Yeah.
said no particular order, whatever.
Yeah.
Like The Fog for me it's my favorite John Carpenter film. Um, it's and I love The Thing and I love Halloween, and it's not like by a long shot. It's just that particular.
Well, mine's by a long shot. My favorite Carpenter movie's a long shot ahead of the rest of them.
And is it your next pick?
No, Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite film of
Oh
all
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
well,
But
Yeah.
I'd have that miles ahead of any Carpenter film.
yeah. Well, I love
That's
that
how much I
movie.
love that.
I love
Yeah.
that movie too. So
But the fog, what like the thing with the fog is he took a very basic
Idea.
not even a basic idea, just a very basic, not necessarily fear, but a very basic
nature
thing.
element. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
a
he took something that's just so like that you're definitely going to come across in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Fog.
You're yeah, and like
especially in Bray on the
not
sea.
it's not even necessarily fog. A lot of the time it's mist. Like in Bray, especially, it's usually more mist than it is fog. But if you're walking down like the main street and it's real misty, real like muggy in front of you, you're not scared. But if you were walking along in a town that you didn't know and it was like that,
There you go.
and it's nighttime, you're not necessarily scared, but you are a bit like,
The fuck
oh,
is going on here? Like,
is that? Am I taking that turn? Is it? Well, where am I? Where's my hotel? Do you know what I mean? There is that element of like, I've walked this road 20 times on this holiday, but I'm still, because I don't live here, I'm not 100%. You're kind of like, oh, is that? And it's one of those things that it's just naturally in your head because you can't see. There could be
It's
something
tough
there.
here.
Yeah, there just could be something there. And there's not. You just know there's not. But what if there was? And films like this play on those elements of fear, not necessarily actual fears, but the element of like not being able to see.
yeah,
They
I'm
take
just
that fear and use something to push that.
I'm just looking at the cast for it, right? Carpenter really stuck close, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously he had Jamie Lee and then he had Janet Lee, obviously mother and daughter in there, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
But he had Tommy Lee Wallace, who went on to direct Halloween 3,
yeah.
right? He has Tom Atkins,
His
right?
boy. Yeah.
Tom Atkins' name in the movie is Nick Castle, right?
Mm,
Nick Castle played Mike Myers in Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He then has uh, Darwin Johnson in there, right? As Dr. Phibes, obviously a
Yeah.
famous horror film.
Yeah.
He has James Winburn, who also played Michael Myers in a later movie.
Yeah.
And of course, then obviously he has Deborah Hill and Adrian Barbeau, who he worked with about 4 million times.
And he was
But like
Well,
he
was
just
right
stuck.
David Barbeau back then as well. So
yeah, I think there was a lot of that in the 80s, though. I think a lot of people, when they knew they could trust an actor or
Yeah, there's
actress,
nothing wrong with it.
they
Absolutely.
no,
no,
there's
they
nothing wrong with it.
did,
But I think
but
when they
Greg's
knew they
point
could
was
trust
good
them, they
though,
stick
Ted.
with them.
But Greg's point, Carpenter in particular did
Oh
that.
no,
You
he
know,
stuck very close. But I think that was a very big thing back in the 80s. It wasn't about which name is going to sell my film.
Trust.
It
Yeah.
was I trust these
the
guys and
person.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep this
Well,
person in
Kurt
because I
Russell
know
was
they're
the
good.
same. Kurt
Yeah.
Russell, like says he
I'm
always.
genuinely surprised Kurt Russell wasn't in that.
Well,
Although he hadn't started with him yet.
no, he was.
Yeah,
He was.
he hadn't picked him up yet.
He brought him next, later on in the 80s. Because don't forget,
Yeah.
that was only 1980. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
on
But
the button. I mean, it was technically filmed in fucking 79. So
yeah.
How cool is it though that he has mother and daughter in there?
Yeah.
Does anyone
Um,
want to touch on the second film I mentioned as well, Reanimator?
Reanimator.
Move
Well,
on.
but
Oh,
before we move on
it's
to
just fucking-
Reanimator, the one thing I want to say is the other way I was saying like that thing with the fog where you're like, oh, I can't see in front of me. There's another one. Jaws is another one of them that like I think it was just kind of our generation that had this. But like people were like, you'd get into a swimming pool and you'd be like, better check there's no shark in the swimming pool. Like, why
Yeah.
the fuck would there be a shark in my
I
swimming
done
pool?
it in the fucking bath when I was a kid.
But do you know what I mean? Like it was just something that you were like, it instilled a fear in you, and you're like, yeah, okay, there's not gonna be a shark in the swimming pool.
It's a
But
body of. Well,
but
technically,
you had a quick look before you got into the pool. Just make sure, double sure.
Don't forget, Ted. I seen Jaws in a swimming pool in Jaws 3D.
Well, that hadn't been out by that point, did I mean? But like, it was just a thing. Like our generation would be like, oh, better just take a quick look at the deep end. No, I'm good. I can get in. But like, of course, like the local swimming pool. It's not like it's indoors and it's in like the local like the Royal Hotel or whatever it was. It's just like, of course they don't have a shark. Why the fuck would they have put a shark in there? There's no reason. And like a shark is massive. You'd be able to see it no matter where you went in the pool. You'd be able to see the stupid thing because you can see the bottom of the pool anyway. But you still always had a quick shift in. Yeah, I'm all right. I can get in.
Looks safe enough.
Yeah, like of course it wasn't gonna be. But it's just one of those fears that like you had because you were like, better safe than sorry sort of thing. And that's the same with like fog and mist. And Carpenter was brilliant at taking things like that.
Well, he literally is the master of suspense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Um,
Right. So Reanimator then is the other one. What more do you need to say about Reanimator?
kind of a comedy element, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like it was one of those few in the 80s that
leaned
into it.
It was comedy, but it was black comedy. It was
but they leaned into it, didn't they? They didn't they didn't take themselves seriously.
Well, again, Cronenberg, he's
Jeffrey Combs as well.
Cronenberg as well. Like, don't forget, Jeffrey Combs was in most of his movies, like in Castle Freaks, which is a great show.
He's in. It's the same as we just spoke there with Carpenter and Curtis, or Carpenter and Russell.
Keep the people you know.
That's what I mean. It was like it was just and Combs is great these days. He's a pain in the hole because all he talks about is politics, and I'm like, shut up, just let us
make a damn film.
Yeah,
he's gone down that road, has he?
Yeah, he just be on Twitter constantly, and you're just like, man, I just want to hear you.
Same as your man from American Werewolf, Griffin Dunn. That's all he does now as well.
Yeah, it's just like, lads, can we actually just switch off for a moment?
Just make a damn film and shut up.
I can give you a funny one. So former guest on the show, superstar Carl Grasso, was in Mutilator 2, went and met Griffin Dunn yesterday. At the time of recording, it was yesterday. And he emailed me a picture of him and Griffin Dunn. I was like, tell him to come on the show live and I'll debate to him why Dog Soldiers is better.
And by the way, it was Stuart Gordon, so I said Cronenberg because I'm an idiot. But yeah, did he actually say that? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm ready.
I'd debate him.
Yeah.
I will die on that hill.
Well, I'm going to die on that hill too now, because as I said, for me, it's a case of it's not about which movie is technically better; it's which movie makes me feel better.
But isn't that what movies is, though?
Yeah.
What makes you feel better? At the end of the day, like it's absolutely, Dog Soldiers is a generation ahead. And it's actually fucking Marshall was on. I told you about it, Greg, didn't I? The Jaws YouTube channel. where they had Jericho on it, and he's had like Phil
Oh, no.
Anselmo and everything. Yeah, there's a Jaws podcast, and he interviews like so many like
Oh.
famous people. Actually, who was on it there the other week? I think I've watched Jericho on it so far. Phil Anselmo didn't do a big thing, but he was part of a little thing that they've done. God damn it, what's his name? Simon Pegg was on it. It's really cool, and it's just literally talking about Jaws and what,
I must check that out.
yeah, what it means to you, like, you know.
Well,
It's
as you know, I recently watched Jaws with my 9-year-old.
yes, with the boy,
2 hours and 9 minutes. He sat there glued to the screen until he started giving out to me because I didn't tell him that Quint was gonna die.
I know, man. And
I was
Don't
like,
give
"What?"
spoilers.
He was like, "I asked you how many people died," and I says, "Yeah." And at the time you asked me, I told you. I wasn't going to tell you he was going to die because that would have ruined the movie.
Yeah, you can't-
absolutely,
no
yeah.
spoilers.
For 2 hours.
It's called the Daily Jaws. I'm going to give a shout out to that because I think it's only apropos that we do give a shout out to it because it's probably, I mean, we know it's definitely me and Ted's favorite movie, and it's not far behind you, Greg.
It's right up
Um,
there, all right.
It's
so
up there
he's
for horror films for me, all right, yeah.
so he has Joe Hill on it. He's Charlie Benante, who's obviously the drummer from Pantera. Jim Murray, Neil Marshall was on it.
Neil
Um,
Marshall was also on this show. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. Neil Marshall talks about it. Slash was on it. Ian Shaw, of course, son of the great
Rob Shaw.
Robert Shaw. Zach Galligan was on it from Gremlins.
Gremlins.
That's
Nice.
a really cool episode. Fatboy Slim for some reason. I don't know.
I thought he was dead.
No, well,
Lauren
he might be dead
Bozero
now, actually.
is on it. Guy Masterson is on it. Jericho, as I mentioned. Who else? There's loads of people on it. Jack Quaid is on it. Dermot O'Leary, believe it or not, was a massive Jaws fan.
What a man.
Joe Latruglio is on it.
From Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Absolutely, yeah. Like it's a really, really cool. I know we're going off script here, but it's a really cool little podcast.
I'll give it a watch and
And
see.
your man always ends the podcast by saying, "Thank you, and I'll drink to your legs." And I'm like, "Yes,
Drink
yes,
to your leg. I'll drink to your leg. We'll drink to our legs.
we'll drink to our legs." But yeah, so Reanimator was my last. So we're down to that's mine. That's
Yeah, so I think
I'd
it's just
call my-
my last one and Greg's last one. My one's been mentioned, but it wasn't on anybody's list. It is Lost Boys. You two boys have said before it's not massively up there for you. I love Lost Boys. The first one anyway. The
I don't think I've
sequels.
seen any of the rest of them.
Well, that's the correct answer for you, Ted. Then I thought you pussied out on us there, but like the fact that you like it, I'm okay.
No, I love Lost Boys. Like I think it's
I'm
great.
willing to accept it.
Yeah, like it's one of those vampire films that didn't lean too heavy into the vampire
Dracula.
lore.
Yeah,
Like they
it was
didn't
just
go
there,
Dracula.
yeah.
They were like, right, we're
That's-
vampires, and that's the end of it. We're not Dracula. We're not like these old. Not necessarily like that they look old, but they're old, like old money, big castle. You know,
they live in
spooky. They're just
was it
young
abandoned
guys.
hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's young guys. There's hanging around. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they could have been anybody. And that's what I like. That's a different side of vampires.
Kinda
They
like
were anybody and everybody, weren't they?
Yeah, that
like
was the thing.
pre fucking Dust Till Dawn type shit, or actually
Yeah.
another 80s movie, fucking honorable mention, Near Dark. You know,
What a movie.
Yeah, it was. It was very different. Like everyone else when they were doing vampire were like, right, we have to stick to the formula of it's kind of a lord or a, he's got a big castle. And these were like, forget about that. Let's just have them be like the whole town is basically, or not the whole town, but a large portion of the town is vampires, and let's just go with that.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just it's fun, it's quick, it's an easy watch. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
There's moments in there.
Yeah, and you can put it on the side. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones where once you've watched it once or twice, you can kind of put it to the side and watch it while you're doing something else. You don't need to be hyper focused in on it. Like
Before I give you my pick, right? It's not the Lost Boys, so you didn't take me out this time.
No, I knew it wouldn't be.
We knew it wouldn't be.
I gotta ask you, right?
It's the Little Shop of Horrors.
Is the granddad a vampire?
I think so, yeah. And I can't remember if it gets said in the other two because I just don't watch them really.
Yeah.
I only ever watched the
I don't
first
know.
one.
I've never seen them. I always took it that he was a vampire.
Yeah, I also
And
thought he
that's
was.
why and that's why he tells everyone not to drink his stuff.
Yeah, don't drink out of my fridge. Yeah, I always took it that he was as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I do love the
he was
what
blade
I
level.
haven't actually watched it enough to even remember that. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I've seen it like maybe 2 times in my life. So I think it would only
soundtrack. The soundtrack is
the
unbelievable.
soundtrack is. But I think it would only be right for me to watch it again. Probably going to watch it
Yeah,
out.
I think I think he probably is. I think it's that level of sort of
Is here,
blade.
isn't
Do
he?
you know what I mean? He is a vampire, but he hates vampires. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love the line in it. What's the one thing that's wrong with Santa Clara? All the goddamn
Yeah,
vampires.
it's
Great
a
way to
lovely,
end it.
it's a lovely spot. I just hate all these goddamn vampires.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We actually got to watch that with a watch along with Jason Patrick a couple of
Yeah,
years ago. That was
Nice.
awesome.
yeah, it
That
was
was
good, and
awesome.
he didn't talk through it all that much, which was good.
Yeah, just
But you know
bits and
what's
pieces.
do you know what's cool? The way the show has gone, it's like we took you out so badly now that it comes down to you with your last pick.
I said it that way.
Ah, yeah, you'll
I
say
mean,
it.
if he's had it took me out with this one, I'd been very surprised. This is one that
The
I
Blob.
seen when I was, I think it was about 14. Actually, the Blob, we had the guy who done the special effects for the Blob. He was our first ever guest, and Nick Benson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you
Um,
went with the stuff. Do
yeah. Debbie Does Dallas 6.
you remember the
Maniac,
stuff? That's the stuff is a great movie.
No,
Maniac Cop.
Have
That's
you
what he's
never
gone
seen
with.
the stuff?
no. I don't,
Oh
I
man,
don't think so.
man, lads, check out the stuff. We're giving honorable mentions away for free here, man. It's a great movie. It's basically just this. It's called the stuff, and it's basically like a marshmallow kind of like just puffy white stuff in a can in a tube, but it makes everyone fucking crazy. You know?
Oh, I think they renamed that
No, it's not. It's definitely the stuff. It's 84, I believe.
because that
Um,
sounds really similar to something else.
1985.
85. There you go. But
Was there another name for? I thought.
I have seen this.
yeah, it's a great movie, man.
I think Goosebumps done a version of it. Maybe that's what you're
Probably.
mixing it up with, Ted.
Yeah,
Maybe it is.
probably.
I thought that there was another name for it, but yeah, I could just be mixing
No,
up with that
because
Goosebumps
literally
thing.
in the movie, like on the cans, on the
Oh yeah,
product.
no, because it definitely like the premise of it and everything sounds exactly like what I'm thinking of. I just for some reason had it in my head that there was another name that the US had a different name for it for some reason.
But anyway, here we go. Drum roll.
Right. Sleepaway Camp
Yeah,
I was so close earlier, isn't it?
with Slumber House Massacre. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
so close. Sorority
Sleepaway
House
Camp.
Massacre.
We talk about iconic moments in horror. It's one that pops up all the time of the iconic Felissa Rose's face just gone.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the twist at the end is just ridiculous.
Isn't Sleepaway Camp 2 like one of Jericho's favorite horror movies?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen any of the rest of them.
2, yeah. I think it's Sleepaway 2. Sleepaway Camp 2 was like Jericho's favorite horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, no. I remember picking it up in Charbusters as a video, and one of the lads that worked there was like, "Wait till you get to the end." And I was like, all right, okay. So I went and watched it. I came back over like 3 hours later and I was like, what even was that?
Yeah, Chris
Um,
Jericho, the Sleepaway Camp 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure there. I don't think I've seen it. I'll have to go and watch it.
It's
I think there's like
mad,
4
you're
or
right.
5 of them now.
It's 88 as well. It's actually, you know what? It is a better movie.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have
it
to
is.
give it a watch and see.
Because I remember he talked very fondly about it in the documentary. What's it called again? Fuck's sakes.
In Search of Darkness.
Yeah. He talks about it a lot, but then I remember him talking about it on his podcast and saying,
I think I vaguely remember something about Sleepaway Camp, all right.
but I can't get man. There's some deadly scenes on it. Like there's is there one? It's not the first one where he puts your man on the fucking on the bullhorns.
No.
No, it's number 2. Yeah, there's a scene where basically like they got like I'm gonna say like a woolly mammoth type head. You know what I mean? Like in a gaff, and the tusks are there, and he just puts them on it, Like that's how
Lovely.
he kills him, and I was like, "Oh Jesus!" You just see the blood
Lovely.
just dripping down on his toes. I was like, "Oh fuck!" Really good, yeah.
Well, there's been a discussion of discussions. I got taken out of picks for like 3 hours of this meeting.
Yeah.
Can I
Um,
mention my other two honourable mentions?
go for it.
We'll all do that if we have any left.
I have a few.
I had Maniac Cop, obviously,
So have I.
and I also had Monster Squad.
I watched that with Finn at the end of last year.
Yeah, I
Fucking loved
remember.
it. It was
I
awesome.
remember. I remember. Yeah.
Do you know what was actually real weird about it? When I watched it with him, the next day was actually the anniversary that it came out. I was like,
Really?
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
They were my only two on other. Oh no, sorry. I also had Fright Night. Sorry,
Oh, you know,
Fright
missing
Night's a
out
good
on
one.
one of the big ones.
Fright Night. Yeah, was one of my.
I have Creep Show as an honorable mention.
No, well, absolutely. Yeah.
Maniac Cop, In the Mouth of Madness. I had Beetlejuice, and I had The Lost Boys.
I have a little thing here as well that I printed out in work. I thought it'd be apropos to mention it. I searched long and hard for these like proper underrated 80s horror gems that nobody may have seen. Now, you two boys may have. I'm sure you probably have. But one was 1982, Alone in the Dark.
Great movie.
Amazing movie.
That's where
90,
the game came from, isn't it?
yes, Jack Shoulder, the director. Donald Pleasance is in it as well.
Kind of pleasant and everything.
Retribution is another one, 1987. Guy McGar. There's not really Suzanne Snyder. You'd probably recognise. Then The Unseen, really good movie, 1980. There
That
you go.
sounds familiar, but
Write that down. Dead and Buried, 1981.
it's
Guy
a good
Sherman,
movie.
really good
It only,
movie.
it only came up in my box there the other day.
Yeah. Just Before Dawn.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Society, 1989. Check that out.
That's also a Nick Benson movie.
Yes, yes. Santa Sagre, I know you've seen that. 1989. Prison, 87.
Prism.
Prison.
Oh, Prison. I was like, Prism's a weird fucking movie.
Prison is a weird movie. One Dark Night, unbelievable. Tom McLaughlin. And then the last one was, and you'll all know this, From a Whisper to a Scream. There's some pretty fucking. And they
Dropping
are.
some knowledge bombs on you these days, motherfuckers.
You are?
Yeah.
We're dropping knowledge bombs here.
Jesus,
Yeah. So
absolute.
in terms of honorable mentions, I had one and I didn't put it in because I thought you boys had put it in, and it ended up not being mentioned at all in
What?
Predator.
Yeah, I was him and Han with Predator, and I
Yeah, it is
lean
an action
more.
movie, but it is horrific too. Ted is right. Like,
Yeah,
I think it does fall into the horror. I didn't put it in because I thought one of you boys would have it.
yeah.
There's not a Poltergeist is another big name one.
Not mad on that.
I'm
no, me
not mad on those type of films.
Possession.
Yeah, I'm not huge in possession films. I'm not. They've just
I
never
am
really.
and I amn't.
I watch them and I enjoy them, but if I had a choice between a possession film and a slasher film, I'll probably watch the
It
slasher
has
film.
to be special, doesn't it? Like, because like nowadays, especially like in the last 20 years, we've been living in the realm of fucking possession movies. And like,
We've gone around that fucking circle of
yeah,
it
it's
was
like
werewolf movies, then it was alien movies, then it was ghost movies when
vampire.
paranormal hit, and then
You
it
know,
was the market was so saturated with ghost movies.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I see possession films even before that. I was never mad on them. Like The Exorcist, like people loved it, and when I saw it, I was like, I'm not pushed on
Yeah,
that.
like,
I can see why it was a bit. I can see no, even the original Exorcist. I can see why when it first came out, people were like, "Oh my god!" But when I saw it, I was like, I'm not pushed on this film, and I'd happily probably never watch it again, sort of
no,
thing.
I'm the same. I mean, like
But some people love it, and it's just that's just my preference. I'm just not mad into possession-based films. I don't think they're
when I
as
think
good.
the modern one's the one that stands out to me. Obviously, the first Conjuring is
Yeah, like
phenomenal.
listen, there's some very
I take the Conjuring over the Exorcist all day.
Oh no, me too. Me too.
there's some very good.
Insidious is another one.
Yeah, like
Conjuring 2 is decent as well, but you know what one of my favorite is, and I don't care what anyone says, the autopsy of Jane Doe, man. I think
Oh, that scene when she's in the fucking cave.
that is
Mm.
fucking
Wasn't
terrifying.
was it the autopsy of Jane Doe when the man gets electrocuted by the outdoor plug outside his house?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
stupid cunt.
it's Brian Cox in it, like, and man, it's fucking amazing.
That scene in the cave though is
It's just that is to me like one of the best. Hereditary is pretty good as well.
I fucking hate Hereditary.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was okay, but like the Autopsy of Jane Doe and The Conjuring to me, and the first Insidious, they are.
That
Oh
that
yeah, like listen, there's a lot of very good possession films. There's a lot of very good ones.
What did
But
you think
just
of Talk to Me?
I
don't
liked it.
don't
I
think I've
really
seen it.
liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen Bring Her Back?
No, I have it on my list. I have it here. I haven't watched it yet though.
It's only out. It's not long out.
Yeah, I
What's
have it
it called?
here. I bought it there, but I haven't watched it yet.
Bring Her
It's
Back.
yeah,
Bring
it's so good, lads.
I'm gonna write that. Well, lads, no, on a way to close the show, even though it's an '80s podcast. Greg, I don't. Well, both of you know, and most people that know me from this here particular show know that I'm not the biggest fan of everything new that comes out, and it's not. Yeah, I suppose like we are horror snobs, like we are like it's just the way
There's
it
no
is.
way around that.
Yeah, but Weapons for me was
I haven't seen it. It's
haven't
on the
seen it
list
yet.
as well. Yeah.
incredible. I said 10 out of 10. I'm not really one of those. I'm not a Meltzer guy. I don't usually like star ratings right now. So 10 out of 10, I could go back and watch it and be like, oh, it could be an 8 out of 10. But like for me,
I'm a big fan. A big fan of Zach Kreger, the director.
yeah, five slabs
Um,
of meat all day long.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it, so I
It
can't say that
engrossed
on it.
me in every fucking way. Like it was just without giving that away. The way they segment it is perfect. So like, there's different characters within the movie, right?
yeah,
And you're going, what the fuck's going on here? And they have it almost in chapters. Do you get me?
nice. Well, I
So
mean, he done that
chapter
exact thing with
individual
Barbarian.
character. Yeah, sorry. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Barbarian was
That that was one of the funniest moments I've had watching a film. So she was here, and I was like, I'm watching this, and Joe, obviously, they're in like an Airbnb at the start,
yeah, yeah.
and she's like, oh, I'm going to bed. Right? She's like, all right, okay. She was like, Bill Skarsgård's going to be the bad guy, and that's just the way it is. And I was like, all right, okay. I says, I'll let you know tomorrow. And she comes out to get a drink about an hour later, right as Matthew Patrick Davis, former guest on the show as well, comes out as the as the creature. And she's like, I thought you were watching that Airbnb film. She's like, what are you watching? I was like, the Airbnb film.
Uh,
And she was like, what you mean? I was like, I don't know. I was like, this just happened.
yeah. What was that one as well where what was that one that came out a good few years ago now where when you see something they chase you and they're smiling. What was it like? Remember
Smile.
Smile.
it
Smile.
was
It's just
Smile,
called
wasn't
Smile.
it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was pretty fucking good
Did,
too. Actually.
did you see the second one?
I haven't
No,
seen the second one. I really
no.
liked the first one. I just haven't seen
I
the second one.
don't like that everyone's going on that the main character in the second one deserved an Oscar for her performance. I didn't agree with it, right? But Jack Nicholson's son Ray is in the second one.
What
Yeah. Oh man, he's so fucking good. He's so good.
is it? Smile too? Was that's
Yeah,
just what it's
Smile
called?
too. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm at the writing that down. So
Right.
I've written down Smile to and Bring Her Back. I hope all
Yeah.
the fucking listeners there. I don't come here often, but when I do, I'm fucking giving you freebies. So go and watch that.
Dropping some nuggets of knowledge.
Absolutely, listen to the
So
old man
when
sometimes.
so what? We expect to see you around this time next year.
No, no. I'm kind of like I'm kind of like a like a like one of the heavyweight boxers. You know what I mean? Like you have 2 fights a year.
You just show up. Oh yeah, we'll get you back for the Halloween quiz.
There you go. And look, it is going to be Halloween season. I'm going to be going over to Orlando in October,
Go
the
fuck yourself.
14th. So I will definitely pop in pre that
Yeah.
for
Well,
maybe at the
we'll ex-
start
we'll
of
we'll expect you back at some stage.
well, I'll definitely go before we go, and then obviously I'll come back after we go, because obviously it's the Monsters universe now. So
It's
Yeah.
going to be unreal.
oh,
But boys, it's been great to have you back.
Yeah, it's been great to be back.
There's some absolute gems in that list. I have a list of all the films that were picked, so I'll put them up as well when this episode drops.
yeah,
But for now, folks, I'm going to finish this the way I finish every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.